All right, for our next exercise, we're going to be doing a level 3 PAILs and rails contraction, where we're working at a high intensity to remodel tissue and at end range to stimulate fibroblastic change. So first, I'm going to have Jake in the long sit position here, which is going to help get that passive knee extension. To get a little bit more, we can put a towel underneath his heel. And if we need even more from there, I could instruct the patient to lean slightly forward to get a little bit more of a stretch on that hamstring. Jake has some tight hamstrings, so we're just gonna have him lean back a little bit so he can move through this pain-free. So to start, I'm gonna have Jake start by taking a deep breath. And then I'm gonna instruct him to drive his heel into the mat by flexing his knee as opposed to activating his glute by bringing his heel straight down. We're gonna do that over the course of 30 seconds, ramping up to 70 to 100%. So first I'm gonna ask Jake to bring his heel down into the mat at 20%. Then we'll build up to 40%. 60%, 80%, and 100%. 4, 5, 6. And then ideally from here, we would have him hold this 100% contraction for another 30 seconds. You're doing great, Jake.
Working hard.
And then after the 30 seconds, we would have Jake switch to the rails contraction, where we would tell him to activate his quad and try and lift his heel off the table. We would then hold this contraction for another 30 seconds. And to regress this, we would do this for a shorter time frame at lower intensities. And to progress it, we could do it for a longer time frame at higher intensities. And realistically, the goal of this is to create permanent joint space, working at that end range to stimulate that fibroblastic change.